us.
Good. Oh, all right. Great timing, then.
Cool, man. The whole time we were waiting.
Great timing, man.
The whole time.
It's like a 10-second.
It is. It's like the yell action, edit. And Huss is like, "Hold on, I still need 5 more seconds."
Rolling
down.
Rolling. 9 slept in weeks. PFC 303. About to shut it down.
That was not bad.
That wasn't that bad. That was pretty bad. I didn't rhyme it.
Just saying words.
I should have rhymed it that time.
What up? PFC 303. We're in here thirsty as a mug. Dying to just get you guys content. We're dying to watch games. Snacks and I purchased the Man United preseason pass. That's how thirsty we are. Hoping these guys purchase the Liverpool. I don't even know if Arsenal has an app.
It's not worth it.
The club is broke right now.
Not worth it. Dude, I walked into Got Soccer a couple weeks ago. We got soccer a couple weeks ago. And typically they have like the top clubs in the front. You walk in, there's jerseys, different club jerseys
Barcelona,
on the wall.
Yeah.
It was Women's World Cup right around that period, so Mad USA shirts.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm looking for the Arsenal shirts. I had to ask an employee. I had to ask an employee.
You couldn't find it on the wall.
It wasn't right up on the wall.
It wasn't good enough to put
I saw
on
a
the
Spurs jersey before I saw an Arsenal jersey.
You know the best club in London, bro? Greatest club in London?
Bro, it was rough.
Third best club in London.
So I'm not purchasing no preseason sort of app. Nope. Nah, bro.
Support, dude.
Nah, man.
I like that, man. Make a stand.
I'm on strike. I'm on strike against Stan Kroenke.
I think all the players are on strike too from the way they play.
Nah, just because
on strike. Koscielny didn't go in the preseason tour.
Oh my god!
He stayed home.
Did I know? I don't think I added that to the checklist. I was supposed to, but yeah.
But don't worry, they're going after another left back, Tierney.
Yeah, and there's a quality left back.
And after all this hustling that they've been trying to do, they finally just went right to the price that's been asked the whole time, $25 million.
Look, man,
what a waste of time.
Sometimes you got to stick the tip in, right? You don't just go all the way in there. You got to see what you know.
I feel like this is what is it? Billy Madison when Adam Sandler's talking to Chris Riley, when he's like, "Oh, you could imagine what it's like to be." No, you can't. Oh, I know. But it's just like the whole come on, just because you just keep on, come on, this price. Like, no. This price, no.
Look, man.
How about the original
money
price?
management?
Look, the EPL. It's not money management, man. Everyone knows the EPL TV deal is the biggest TV deal in football history, maybe even in sports history, because it's a worldwide TV deal. So, like, all these other clubs know the English have money, dude. So there's no way, even at Arsenal, where you guys used to be pretty coy and smart about spending money when Wenger was there, buying kind of underground or semi-underground dudes who you turn into decent footballers. You can't do that anymore at a cheap price because everyone knows Arsenal has money. Even though they say the budget's 40, you guys have more just based on the TV rights from last season.
Yeah.
And where you finish qualifying for Europa, obviously you don't get as much as Champions League money, but you still get money. So, like, it's the way you run the business. It
trying
also
to
has
overcharge
to
us. Yeah.
Well, it's not overcharged.
It's just
overcharged.
overcharged. Everyone, I mean, $50 million for Wan-Bissaka, who played 1 year at right back, who's looking pretty good.
25 for Kearney's a deal.
Well,
like
it is. I think so.
If we weren't broke, then just go in and do it. But we know that's not how Arsenal did business anyway.
And to be fair, it's not overpriced because all the other leagues are saying, fine, if you're making that, if your 20th place team is making more than our 5th place team, it's not overpriced. We're just going to equal out the market to make it fair for everyone else. And I'm cool with them doing that.
That's an argument.
I forget the number. I don't have the phone. Obviously, Lindsay took it from me. I have not been bad. She just tried. No. She's trying to get. We're going to the Sox game. We're going to the Sox game. She needs my phone for something. I knocked around it. As I'm saying this, I'm like, I sound like a 9-year-old boy. Well, she took my phone away. I'm grounded.
Took my bad with it.
But the point is, the text that I sent you guys, the screenshot. Arsenal made something like £139 million last year from finishing, 6th place, whatever there was, 5th place?
5th place.
Yeah, after 4th place, I forget where you finished.
Yeah.
But the point is, you guys...
But you finished in the league.
Second.
First place loser.
How long? Yeah, how much longer?
But we're still the best team in the world because we won Champions League. But anyways, let's get past this.
I'll get that jab later. I'll get it in later.
40 million... But you're basically taking $100 million from your prize money. Like, we're not going to spend that. We're only going to spend that 40.
Look, we just signed the new Adidas kit, so cash, the deal's already been signed. It's done.
Because Nike said no to you?
Cash has exchanged into the bank, and I don't know where it is. Where's the money? Where's all the money, man?
Checking account.
Stan, look, you got Mr. DT
no
going around.
He's got that checking account,
dude. And this thing is starting early. We've seen at Arsenal the protests. Like, fans will protest. We have the most boisterous fan section out of all the teams in the EPL,
you don't
man.
Even have a fan section.
No, we do.
In your stadium. You
don't. No, okay, not a specific. And that's part of the ownership. That's part of wrong, because those fans who have been protesting have been wanting a fan section.
Now,
but they've been saying no.
Now, for protesting, because a few times we've seen protests from fans. And what do you think would be a better protest? All the fans leaving, let's say in the 40th minute, to say 40 million for the budget. All the fans leaving at the 40th minute, or just not buying any tickets at all.
Not buying any tickets at all.
Then they don't give any money to the team, because what they're doing is they're saying, all right, for every £10, we're going to reinvest 1 cent. I mean, it's just like...
But there is money. That's the thing. If the team was broke, I'd understand. Like, if you were caught up in a situation where you're a relegation team, but like the money is there, it's just not being infused into Arsenal.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, man, these business people, owner, once you're a billionaire... I mean, that's your thing, right? Is money, wealth, trying to accumulate that more and more. So if the fans can affect that bottom line, then the owners will really wake up and do something. Walking out in the 40th minute, yeah, it's a spectacle. We all talk about it for the next 2-3 days, but then it disappears. Same thing happens.
And they got their money.
Yeah,
it's not
and
like
they got
if you
their money.
walk out in the 40th, you get a refund.
Business people understand money. You decrease their money, then they'll look into your problem.
Well, another person that understands money, players. Because let's not act like if this happens again, if they have a shit transfer in the summer, nothing comes in, or maybe like a small player comes in January, guess what? There's going to be talks about Aubameyang and Lacazette both leaving next summer.
There's already that talk right now, and I think it's bogus, but like just the mere fact that those kind of rumors are starting to get
they
slapped
have
around,
to be thinking.
It means next summer, yeah, for sure. If Barcelona comes knocking and say, Lacazette, you're our number 9 replacement, or Aubameyang, like, what puts them in a position to say no to that?
Because,
you know what I mean? Like, they have to go. That's the hard part that Arsenal's in, and I don't think your business owners see the detriment of not reinvesting.
We suck at selling players, too.
That, too.
That, like,
we can't hold on to
to go under 5 million, and then you look at Koscielny, he's on strike. Koscielny might buy his contract out and just leave.
On a free, yeah.
Just completely free.
Out, yeah.
We're looking for somewhere around... I don't know. What's been reported is 9 to 10 million. You know, somewhere around there. I mean, if you lose a guy like Koscielny, the dude's a captain, man. Like
Ramsey too, dude.
Ramsey gone for free,
arguably your best player last season outside of.
So we don't make any return on investment.
Paying his way out is a bigger statement than just losing.
It is.
And it's just I don't understand this this mentality that Arsenal have. Yeah, it's good right now because you got some money.
Hey, Gabriel Martinelli, something positive for you.
Because
stop shitting on our fucking parade this whole time, man. All right, we got a little bit of positivity going on, but
okay. If you're
some team in Brazil,
if you're Aubameyang or Lacazette, one of the reasons why, I mean, obviously Cristiano and Messi are, I mean, up there because of their talent, but one of the big reasons as well is that they never have to track back. They got people behind them. Aubameyang, when he looks behind him, who does he have?
Ozil, bro.
Okay. Who else behind him?
Maitland-Niles.
And who else behind him? Mustafi? Because he's like, now I got to score 4 goals every game. He has to call up Suarez and be like, how'd you do it with Liverpool? Because I got to score 4 goals every game for us to win a game here.
Look, the root cause is the ownership. So, like, no matter who we bring in, let's say we figure out Ozil, Mkhitaryan, we're able to sell them and, bring in some guys. Will the ownership keep reinvesting into the team? Because our competition keeps getting better and better. Spurs breaking their club record fee. They're looking to bring in another dude for like 50 mil again. Like Leicester City, Tielemans deal.
Yeah.
Like there's people bossing up right now, and we're the only ones who we financially cash-strapped ourselves and we shot ourselves in the own foot. Essentially, bad contracts. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but think about
it's bad contracts.
It's just not reinvesting. That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
The capital in the bank.
They could reinvest if they
wanted. It's also the wrong signing.
If
you look at their team, like Kolasinac was a free, to be fair, but like he had 1 year of experience. He got Team of the Year, to be fair.
Yeah,
I liked him. I think he's a great player.
But he had a good year, and then he had like a sort of down.
Mustafi was a guy when you needed a center back. You bought Mustafi. He was coming off of a hot World Cup, or he played a couple of games when they won the World Cup. And then, like, he just doesn't turn out good. Like, it's like even sometimes when you pursue the right position, you don't get the right guy.
Because we don't get the certified guy. We always get that random dude who's like...
That's what I mean. The underground dude.
What is it? Arshavin. Oh, my goodness. Who is this guy?
Gleb,
it's always these like random, low-key dude. No, get the certified thing. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, you know he scores. What does he do? Lacazette. He comes through and scores.
At the time.
When we get solid dudes, they perform, guys. We don't get enough of them.
That's why the scout left.
Even
Socrates, you guys stole from Leicester.
He was trying to build.
He left in after a year. He was like, "Look, I'm recommending names, and you guys
you're just not getting them." So
and let's not forget that was a top scout too, from what he did with Leicester.
That was a massive blow. Let's keep it moving.
And real quick, but we're gonna really see the effects of how you guys do business with the players that you already have. Because if you do lose Koscielny and Ramsey, you can even bring it back to even Ox. When Liverpool bought Oxlade-Chamberlain, that was a huge sale. Huge. Even though it wasn't much money.
But it's how he went out, too. A little bit of, salt.
Think about if he's in the midfield for you. Well. Just the fitness. Just being able to run around. He has good talent. He's a young player.
Yeah,
he could have picked up the slack for Ozil.
Dude, and the leadership, too, because he's been there for a long time. He'd be the next leader of the team.
Again,
with Ramsey and Koscielny out.
Something we screwed up. That's something we screwed up. I loved Ox.
Screwed him by trying to play him out in the wing.
I loved Ox from the beginning, man. I loved Ox.
You mean right defense too?
Going out with that salt in his mouth, man, is just
sucks, man.
Yeah, no, it is, man. But dude, just real quick, transfer, just a little nugget while we're on Spurs trying to hijack Arsenal's Saliba bid. There's just a lot going on.
I'll tell you this. This will determine.
This is alpha move.
Because a deal for both of the teams is that he'll still go back out on loan. Yep. So the conversation of having Champions League and Europa League this season doesn't matter for that signing. If Saliba chooses Tottenham,
it's alpha.
And we're going to boo the shit out of him, too, if he would come through.
It's Willian.
Because he agreed.
It's Willian with Chelsea and Tottenham.
It's a boss move. It's psychological. It's warfare. It's mental warfare.
This is official, man. Fucking Spurs are swinging their dick.
They're not hitting anything. Keep swinging your dick by yourself.
They're hitting your forehead.
Yeah,
they're hitting your forehead.
No, they're not. They get close. No, it's just in front of us. It's just in front of us. They're not hitting us.
They're pitting that donkey tail on your nose.
No fucking way.
You're looking like an elephant over there.
I can still Matrix.
You got a little elephant tail on the nose.
I'm not kicking. As long as that tail doesn't hit me. As long as that fucking tail doesn't hit me.
No, you're not ducking. You gotta need an umbrella to duck that.
When they get that trophy, it's all over our face.
I was just brought in an elephant dog. Oh my word.
Fucking wild, son.
That's a KO, man.
Only on PFC.
Oh my God.
Only on PFC, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's get into some topics next.
It's up until Wednesday or Thursday of this past week, it was pretty dead in terms of transfers, just rumors. Thursday comes around, or Friday I think comes around, and Antoine Griezmann moves to Barcelona.
Major.
And this is some shady shit.
Boom.
Have you guys heard of the reports happening with Atletico? They're going to sue
everyone.
Barcelona. They're going to sue
everyone. Yeah, we have. But
So what happened was apparently is Barcelona had an agreement with Griezmann to sign him after his release clause fell to 120 or whatever it was from 200 mil. And Atletico didn't know about this until they started going after him. And then somehow it got leaked that this agreement was made. So Atletico were they're conducting poor business, but they still triggered the release clause for Griezmann. And they already kind of moved on from Griezmann, so they sold him for, I guess, a record fee of $126 million.
Yeah, they used that money to bring in, what's his name? New kid.
Felix.
Yeah. And that's crazy. I mean,
but this is not the first time Barcelona has been known as doing
Neymar.
Neymar. Well, there's been a few times that even Coutinho. Barcelona is looking shadier and shadier in the last 5 years. It's not about the academy. We've already talked about that.
Arthur was a shady
deal.
It's
just
yeah, and it's
the Neymar deal was a shady deal. Even when that went down, because it was third-party owners and stuff like that who wanted money, and then they kind of. Go ahead.
It was very similar to what's his name, Mascherano at West Ham when they came in and Tevez came in that way, and then all of a sudden Mascherano's on Barcelona. It was kind of like a third-party, third club kind of deal.
Third-party vendor.
Yeah, dude.
Just call him a vendor.
Shady. Look, man, to be fair, I hear what you're saying. It is shady. It's Barcelona transitioning over to the dark side, but this is where most clubs had lived. This is where United had lived. I mean, the night they signed Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, they just pulled him to the side with his mom, and they basically said, no, we're going to fly you to London, and you guys aren't leaving our side until you sign. Obviously, it wasn't a hostage situation, but it was like
that was the stakes.
Yeah, so the stakes were so high. So, like, now that I think Barca's now exposed. I think this stuff used to happen. You don't put together the kind of teams they put together without and
considering, like, a week before, what was the report? They literally paid their employees late. So
3 days late.
To fund, like, player salaries and fund money. That's insane.
They're preparing the money, man. That's 120 mil.
Now, the main in terms of
they don't want installments.
It's the perfect signing for them. They needed a striker to replace Suarez, like kind of slowly phase him out over this next season. He's gonna ball out there. He's playing with better players than he was at Atletico.
How do you think he fits into Barcelona? Like Barcelona, we know it's a lifestyle, everything positionally. Look, mentally.
I think he's going to be another Ousmane Dembele situation. Not to the point where
he's playing on the outside, not the middle.
No. I mean more like lifestyle. Like he's going to be.
He's not going to be able to adapt that quickly.
I don't think he'll. I mean, he has players he's played with, like Titi at the World Cup. Like and he knows people in Spain. He's been in Spain for.
Who might be out, but yeah,
you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think that'll help him adapt, but, like, he's such a wild character. Like, you see him fly to the U.S. in the middle of the week to, like, do, like, a Miami Heat photo shoot. Like, he's
an individual.
He's out there. He's, like, kind of like Pogba to a way less degree, though.
But he's like a team
But, like,
player.
we talk about Barcelona's system. Like, if you've read Zlatan's biography, he says it's like school.
He says
like,
Pep's not a man, by the way.
What was that?
He said Pep is not a man in that biography.
Yeah, and he has
That's what I'm saying. Barcelona adapting to Barcelona, it's a lifestyle, guys. Like you have to adapt to the team, no doubt. And as senior players, obviously, it's different than being in the school. We're not comparing the two, but it is. There's some things you have to give up for sure.
For me, man, that's no longer the case with this Barca. The fact that they're going after Neymar, it's no longer the case. Neymar came in and did all that punk shit and then left him, and they want him back.
On a bad note, too.
On a bad note, and they want him back. So they're basically selling their principles for silverware. So Griezmann, there might be, the only person he has to win over is Messi. If he gets in Messi's pocket, everything's going to be smoothed out because Messi will put everyone else in line. If he comes in and pisses off Messi, yeah, there's going to be friction. But that's it. As far as, is he going to be partying? Yeah, of course, he has to tone that down or at least do it underground. But, like, no one's going to stop him, dude. The fact that they want Neymar tells you everything about this
So when
club.
when people always say, there's no player bigger than the club, Messi might be bigger than the club for Barca right now. Because, I mean, CR7 wasn't bigger than Madrid.
He was for a certain time
I wouldn't say he wasn't bigger than them because he still left.
A certain time period.
He left, but like that's when the club took us. That's why he says a certain point because the club put their foot down there. Like, we're not going to sign this guy. Like, we've won 3 Champions Leagues with the same team, and Ronaldo's like, all right, like that's how it's going to be. I'd rather go to a team where, I mean, I don't want to throw shade at Juve for but they're a smaller club than
they are
than Real Madrid. You know what I mean?
Facts,
like that name, they're like kind of popping up now as opposed to Real Madrid's
But
history.
they at least put their foot down, like you said. Barca's not like Messi.
No,
I got 4 words for you guys. I got 4 words for you.
Do you know?
Més que un club, more than a club. This is Barcelona's philosophy, like down to their core. This is what they live by. They're more than a club. You're saying Messi has basically overtaken that?
Yes.
That's groundbreaking shit, man.
Now,
like that's big.
When was the last time you saw them put their foot down? Look, here's the thing is,
Neymar,
they're not even Neymar is the only time you can say maybe, but that's only because of money.
No, they put their foot down because Messi wasn't getting along with him, dude. He wasn't
tracking back as much. Messi was like,
because Neymar was like, I want to win. Like in the public, he's like, I want to win the Ballon d'Or. That is not winning the Champions League.
Neymar never kissed Messi's ring. That's what I'm saying. If Griezmann comes in and kisses Messi's ring, it's all set. But if he comes in like Neymar. Like, if Griezmann comes in like Neymar, like aggressive and like,
this is my
alpha
team
dog,
now.
It's going to be friction.
And it doesn't help that he has an 800 mil release clause that's higher than Messi's.
That's so useless, that release.
But, like, I just think, like, it's like, but, like, why leak the information? Why leak the information?
Why create that? Like, that's retarded.
To be fair now.
That's how you push the boundary, dude.
That's how you show,
that's how you push the boundary.
Alpha.
I don't think it was
like, just in the market.
This is how much we rate this guy. This is how we rate this guy.
More than
do you think Griezmann actually left for Barca because he wants to win a Champions League, or for the fact now he doesn't have to take the penalties in Champions League?
Shots.
Huss. It was all going so well in football-y, and then Huss just shot to the heart. Dude,
Well,
it's real. But
Messi
and him, Messi's at his demons too. He's at his PK demons.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Like Griezmann going to Barca, he's not an alpha.
I disagree.
I don't know. I don't know.
Look. There's something to be said. I disagree, but like it's Durant going to what's it called, the Warriors, right? There's something to be said. You're a good player, but you chose to kind of team up. LeBron
I gotta think
Wade
about it.
Teaming up.
But here's the thing, right? So like, he did show the ability to like lead his team to a league win.
And to a World
league
Cup.
title, man, and the World Cup, and he wasn't.
And he's like maybe not always the best player on the field.
You say World Cup?
But he's got an S on his chest. Every time he plays, he's got an S on his chest.
Yeah, the best.
Bro,
like maybe he's not always the best player in terms of this. Like in the World Cup squad, there's Pogba, there's Mbappe.
Depends on how it goes.
I'd have to think about that.
It says something about you too. It's similar to like going to China. Like obviously you can still be a baller. Like when Oscar went to China or Pato went, like they were ballers. But like it says something about your competitive level.
He's not
so
that level of. Like he's not even approaching like the level of like a Messi or Ronaldo.
No.
And that's what I think we're seeing is that.
But
there's a little bit of an admiration and of an ambition that he realizes I can only go so far with Atletico.
You're talking about an S on his chest when he's usually the focal point. Now he's going to Barca. That S on the chest might stand for substitute now, depending on how it goes.
But put up
because we saw Philip Coutinho go in and he was more money.
Yeah, but
and he was on the bench for a while.
I think Griezmann's different, man, because he played in the league. Like he understands the language, the friction of the league. The position's also a position in need.
Like they were linked with Rashford last summer.
Suarez scored one goal in the Champions League.
So now Suarez starts from the bench this year?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I mean.
If they get Neymar, yes. If they get Neymar, no doubt Suarez on the bench. Without Neymar,
I think
Griezmann's on the left or he's up top?
I think they go fluid system. Suarez maybe is like the last man, point. Number 9, and then Griezmann works under him because Griezmann
they may have play under him. They may have Messi just to the right side of Suarez and then Griezmann to the left side. So
you saw with Griezmann and Giroud would play high and knock it back, and Mbappe would be the runner.
So you want Suarez as like the target man up top,
and then those three can play anywhere though. Like honestly, they're that good.
It's gonna be a fluid system.
Yeah, they can play anywhere.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
That's a great problem. That's a great number.
Talk about a first world problem. You brought it up. Like, how does this affect? Because Barcelona still want Neymar.
Yeah.
How does this affect it? Listen, like,
Neymar's on strike.
Listen, in terms of the match and like the signing happening and the money, it makes sense. Like they can do it. They should do it. To be honest,
Barca's got the money.
No. Like in terms of like the deal, because like.
Let's talk about this deal.
Yeah, talk about the deal.
So they want to spend like the PSG new GM Leonardo from Milan. He ended up signing with PSG this past summer.
Player, man.
It's baller.
Please don't call him a GM.
Yeah, don't ruin the sport. He's a sporting director.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
The SD. We'll still use acronyms.
Small dude.
Sounds like little sucking dick.
It's around the 200 mil is what they quoted him at. 200 mil in pounds. So that's probably like around the 220 that they paid for him. And
almost all of it back. Damn.
Yeah, and Messi wants Neymar back at Barcelona.
Oh, you mean Barca? No, you meant Messi. That's right.
Messi, exactly. Yeah. Barcelona doesn't want him.
Messi wants him at Barcelona. That's what I said. He wants him at the team.
I agree with you. I was just bringing up that Barca's.
Yeah,
and you know what's awkward is
and they still want to get him, and they still want to sell like Rakitic. Like Umtiti.
So who are they offering? Like
Rakitic, Umtiti,
Dembele, and Coutinho.
Dembele,
Coutinho. 3 of the 4.
3 of those 4.
4. Yeah, and that's insane.
So what would you do?
If
I'm taking it.
No. If I'm PSG, I go. No. Give me all 4. We do this right now. Give us all 4. Neymar's yours. This moment.
I like that.
But here's the thing: all 4 players have to agree.
Rakitic has what? 1, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, Rakitic.
You have Umtiti who's hurt half the time. You have Dembele that hasn't shined all year. And then you have Coutinho that also hasn't done it. So you're giving us basically 2 players.
It's not like the NBA where you can just trade players.
No, they have to agree to terms.
They have to want to play in Paris.
Of course, yeah.
And that's a big deal.
What we're saying is it's possible that the 4 of those players do. It's not like they're pulling out Suarez. You know what I mean? Suarez probably doesn't want to go to Paris. But like Dembele's not fitting in.
It's possible, but it's improbable. I think, especially those 4 players.
But if those 4 players all talk to each other and be like, look, hey, if we go to PSG, we got a good squad. We also have Cavani, who, depending on if he's in the net, he's good. And then also Mbappe. Future best player in the world.
You have a decent team. You know,
basically he
guys, you guys like Neymar. When you make a point about the team and all, like I agree with you. The team would be vicious, like everything, but that doesn't mean Ivan Rakitic wants to live in Paris. He doesn't want to move his family, his kids PSG, into the French schools. Whatever it is, he may just have.
If I'm PSG, I'm going to be a little bit more of a hypocrite. I'm going to be shady like Barcelona, and I'm going to start having all my players talk to them, and I'm going to maybe send out some people to talk to them and say, look, Barcelona doesn't want you anymore. They put you on the trading block. They don't like you.
Coutinho makes them love you.
Coutinho makes them
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Coutinho's agent has already approached Barca.
Yeah, that one makes the most sense. Coutinho.
Yeah. But that's how I do it.
Dembele and Umtiti make sense because they're both French guys.
It's tricky. It's tricky. They are both French. So living in France might help.
I would say if you're going to poach Barca, those 4 players are susceptible. There's a reason Rakitic has been linked with United. He won't come. But there's a reason, because he's susceptible to being poached. You know what I mean? Like, he's hitting that age where, like, he's starting to decline. They want to start, re-scouting that position or restocking that position. So, like, I doubt it'll happen to him. 4 players moving across, but like
it's tricky, man.
These 4 players could all go to different clubs. Maybe not all PSG, but they could all go.
Get like a third, fourth team involved somehow.
Like Arsenal?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, they don't have money.
This dude Bartomeu is president of Barcelona.
Yeah.
He came out and he's like, "Oh no, Ousmane Dembele is better than Neymar." Now,
wow,
we're not sure if it's like, to provide some context. Dembele's still playing on Barcelona. Yep. Neymar is no longer. So you want to back your player, essentially the president of the football club. But at the same time, you're also kind of like bumping up his value, Ousmane Dembele, compared to Neymar. So it's a little bit tricky. But it also leads me to think everyone might not be on the same page when it comes to this Neymar deal.
That's exactly it. So the board is divided.
Yeah.
They're the Messi supporters who are like, okay, like he's the best player in the world all time, whatever you want to say. He says to get the best levels, he wants this tool.
So that's inter-club fighting in management.
And other people are like, dog, he was just here. He pissed on our leg. He left, and now you guys want him back.
So when we talk about, like, they don't want to call them front offices, but what, like the backroom staffs and things of that nature. That board, unity to success, to winning. Go on, good Chappelle show. To winning 8 trophies, dog, like Pep did in that year and a half. When everyone's behind the mission, everyone's got that goal, that's when history is usually made. And when it all just sort of syncs up.
And for me, man, that's when, like, it's most important to have that one guy who ties the backroom staff to the squad, the sporting director.
But you're
if
also,
you have the wrong sporting director, then he can't balance what the coach and players want versus what the board and owner wants.
But you're also talking about when Pep was there, the majority of the academy players that they had, the last good crop of academy players that they had, were in their prime. So they were behind the mission because they've been there for 5, 10, 15 years. Right now, these players coming in, they've been there for like 5, 10 days.
You want to talk a little bit Liverpool youth? Huh? Yeah, over there, Mr. Collar?
Let's
you
want to pop that thing?
There's only one person
talking about broke.
Let's talk about these youngsters.
There's only 2 people I want to talk about today. That's
Who?
James Milner with the brace.
Oh. Don't even give
worth £250 million.
You don't even give Brewster a shout?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the second because
how's he second, bro?
Because Milner scored 2 today, and also it's Milner
in preseason.
Milner's a bum.
Sweet, bro.
Sweet. But Brewster, 3 goals in the last 2 games. This kid,
apparently
he looks like
better than Mbappe according to Twitter.
Dude, he looks Mbappe-esque as in like the long legs,
chill,
and like the
guys,
light skin.
Set yourself up for failure.
No, easy, man. I'm just saying the physicality of him looks Mbappe. There's nothing similar.
He's the closest thing that Liverpool have to a Rashford. Top
long
and
legs, fast.
Wilson looks like these players coming up through Liverpool look good. This kid has a chance to look great, and that's the difference.
But that's all we've seen so far. Bunch of kiddies playing in the kiddie pool.
Don't worry. We'll just go to Arsenal and take all your kiddies.
Sepp van der Berg, he's another guy who he might be. Is he? We don't know, Huss, and you guys right now, Klopp's on vacation, mate.
Put me next to Van Dijk. We still got 22 clean sheets a year. But okay,
Klopp's as tight as you were when you walked in the door. You're on vacation, mate. You're on vacation. Where the signings? I don't see shit.
Okay.
You guys are sleeping right now.
Let's go with
the big thing that Klopp is looking at. First off, yes, we could use another right back. Another left back.
He was
no.
He was key. Nathaniel Klein was key.
If Klein wants to stay, don't high five on that. Please, put that tongue back in your mouth. Jesus.
That's a good one.
No, if Klein wants to stay, great. Right back, all set. Love it.
He's unhappy, but all right.
Left back,
need a backup.
we lost Moreno. I don't want Milner playing left back anymore. If it's like the worst case scenario, yes, throw him there. But we need to bring up another left back. No. Look, he either has to be a veteran. He has to be a veteran or a young player.
Don't you have a kid at left back, or is it just what's his name?
They got a kid.
Well, yeah. I mean,
by the way, Robinson had surgery, bro.
Yeah, it's on his hand because of some spider or mosquito. It's a bite.
Stick in his hand.
Yeah,
they don't
He put his hands in the Liverpool, the Premier League trophy cabinet for Liverpool. Yeah. There's like cobwebs.
Yeah. And he got infected. He got infected.
He
got infected by the winning spirit. He's got infected by the winning spirit. Just wait for the season. But midfield is the most secure besides keeper, I think. And then up front, it's all like either center back or role players is what Liverpool need right now, in my opinion. But you have Ox coming back. You have Brewster coming up.
Oh, so that's like a signing.
Yeah, so those Klopp's already brought up.
Signing.
I hate when people talk about Lallana was also hurt. Well, guess what? Lallana can. No.
What? Lallana can what, dude? Say it.
No, I don't want to be disrespectful, but look. His time's done.
That's not disrespectful.
That's
very calm.
He's top 4 club
in 4 years.
Look, if he wants to be on the team like a Mertesacker a few years ago, where he plays like that last game of the season.
2 games of the season.
If you want to be a mentor, if he wants to start working in the back room and learning how to be a manager, great, stay. You're not going to get time. Shaqiri,
but do you notice
ripped his calf, tore his calf, so he's going to be out for a while. So we need.
How
heavy calf raises can he do?
I bet his fucking socks ripped too.
No.
It's just exploded.
When he's going for leg press and he goes down, it's like.
Oh my god!
He's got 500 pounds on that leg press, bro.
But honestly, I don't see anyone
in
the market at a reasonable price that could really help this team out, except for center back. That's the only person.
So what about
starting center back?
Hakeem Ziyech.
What about Coutinho?
What about
That's
Coutinho?
The big story. What about Coutinho?
Depends on the price.
Is he or isn't he?
If it's 80, go for it. Why not?
All of it, man. Just put it all on the table.
I'm just saying,
if he's 80, go for it. If they're saying 100, no, he had a bad season. Yeah, you bought him for 120 and with some add-ons.
Doug.
But we're going to miss out on those add-ons.
Coutinho, Salah, Firmino, Mane.
Yeah, the Fab Four.
EPL winners.
You need, dude. Even Lallana. Every time,
that squad.
Remember when Lallana came on and he was smooth? Like you guys missing that player at that empty
down the middle.
Down the middle.
Because you got smooth
number
on the
10.
outside.
Milner.
Dude,
that's not smooth.
That's joking. That's joking.
That's
joking.
Flat tiring.
He's not smooth. He's just steel.
It all depends.
He's slow.
It's in America, bro.
That has to be, I think, less about the financial, more about principle.
Okay.
Telling Barcelona, you can't just come into us, take our best player. Yeah. Come to us. Yeah, there you go. Take our best player, and the year later say, "Oh, we didn't really like him, but we're going to sell him back for the same price." No.
Not for the same price.
No, this is like a car dealership.
Yeah.
No. Hey, who won just Champions League? We won Champions League without that player.
Yeah.
So would he be great to have? Yes, but for the right price. Yeah. Again, 80 for me.
Dig it.
Dude,
outstarted 80
from Ajax you're shitting on Arsenal about for not getting 25 million release clause. That's reasonable. He can't play attack in midfield.
I would go for that. 25. I just don't know his work ethic off the ball. I don't know if he would go for the gegenpress.
Wagwan.
What?
Snacks is backtracking. I'm saying it's fucking what?
Do you think
the end of July?
I always said Ziyech is worth 25
million. Do you think he could work playing the gegenpress?
What?
Do you think he could play in the gegenpress where it's if you lose the ball, you hustle?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, he would because Ajax plays very similar. Maybe not as like aggressive with the press, but they play similar ball.
I think that'd be
he'd fit.
I would love to get him for 25.
You know what the problem
would be
is?
just as good as Shaqiri for 12
the problem is
last year.
Ziyech and Shaqiri, same thing. You know what I mean? Like
No.
the same role in the club. That's how Klopp
That's
sees
true.
it.
The
That's what I
same
mean,
role,
not the same
and
player.
that will be the
Rotation.
challenge for
Maybe.
him. But he's good enough to start at that attacking midfield
But the
role.
problem
So I
is,
think
does Klopp want to play that attacking midfield player? Like,
He
we-
might
some
want
games
to.
he will.
4-3-3 won him a
Shaqiri plays
Champions
this
League.
sometimes
I think he
as
does.
well. Shaqiri
4-3-3.
plays sometimes
he does when they go 4-2. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes he will,
So
but
it's like they got to get rid of Shaqiri to bring in Ziyech. Otherwise, it's the same.
not necessarily, because Shaqiri is a natural right winger.
But what I'm
so
saying is-
that's your natural
They are
backup
two
to
different
Mohamed
players.
Salah, and then you have Ziyech coming in as an actual attacking
most times
midfielder,
Switzerland,
which
when
they're
when
lacking.
When Shaqiri plays for Switzerland, he's up the middle.
Nah, he floats though.
Yeah, but like he floats it like that number 10, obviously from the wing, like almost similar to Coutinho.
For Liverpool.
So, like, that's where Liverpool's.
But do
trying
you
to play.
think that's Shaqiri's primary position? That's his.
I think if you have Shaqiri, you're fine without Ziyech. I don't think
Man.
you need both
But-
of those guys for depth.
So
Like,
who-
too much depth
who-
at that
then-
position.
but for
So
20
sell Shaqiri and bring in
And
Ziyech.
Jurgen, and we talked about it before
Sell
the end of the
Shaqiri.
season.
He doesn't.
No, I'm
he only has
saying,
one
like,
leg.
for me,
Yeah.
if you're
And
gonna-
don't sell him anyways.
I don't think
keep
you
him.
need to, yeah.
He was like 13 mil, and he loves the club because of what just happened. He just went from a relegated
but, like,
Stoke
that's
team
a- that's
to
a-
Champions League.
That's a position
Liverpool
on
team.
your 23-man roster that fills the same need. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't know if it feels the same
does,
exact. It's
though.
close. It's close, but
they
it's
both
not.
play
In
right
Klopp's
wing.
eyes,
They
it
both
does.
play attacking mid.
Yeah,
Plus,
So
Jurgen
it's
Klopp,
same-
Jurgen Klopp also doesn't
He's
like to
not gonna-
rotate. He doesn't rotate players.
Exactly.
How many
He's not
games?
gonna
What were we
elevate
saying
either
at the
way
end of
you
the
think.
season? The
Well,
only
that's
player
what-
that was featuring regularly
Why
was
do you think he
was
doesn't win the
Origi
league,
coming in
man?
every
Why do you
game.
I
think he
think
didn't win the league?
Shaqiri would be fine. I think it would be Keita.
Shaqiri's fine.
I think Keita would be more in trouble
way.
of losing a
Don't worry.
spot.
He will.
No,
I agree
no,
with
no,
you.
no.
Rather
I agree
than
with you.
Shaqiri.
No,
Yeah, I think
Keita's
Keita's
a
in
60
trouble because of Ox. I think Keita's in trouble
You haven't
because
seen
of
Ox
But-
full speed
No,
yet.
but I'm saying
a
like,
little
if
bit,
Ox
and we
is
haven't.
healthy and he goes
and
back to who he was,
Keita-
that's where they brought in Keita. Yeah.
We don't know yet. So those are the only two players. I mean, they look at Pepe. He's
happening.
what at 80 mil. They rate him at. They're talking to PSG.
That you
some
already
rumors
have-
say this weekend they're talking to PSG. Things go well. He could very well be.
So if you pick up Pepe, then that means Salah is officially your number 9, and then Firmino's going to drop to 10. Because there's no way.
But you don't spend 70 mil to
Yeah,
bench a player.
yeah.
So
I-
that's
again-
unrealistic.
Again, but this
That
is
one
why
doesn't make
I
sense
said
to
right at
me.
the very
But also
beginning,
the same
the
thing with
one
Naby-
position I could totally see switching out for a new player starting role, center back.
What about Sadio Mane going to Real Madrid?
I think that's just a lot of talk. Yeah, that was
Man, it's a lot of
that
talk.
was that from
Just
the
hold
coach
on.
or the FA director from Senegal.
Senegal. Yeah. Hold on
I
one second.
forget who it was, but
Before we move on, I just want to talk about how with Naby Keita, you're saying he doesn't have a spot.
No,
as
he would be the
secure
most
as Shaqiri, right? But
no. You got that wrong. No, I'm saying Shaqiri's definitely a bench player. Keita has a chance to be a straight up starting role every week. He's the one that's more in trouble if Ziyech comes in. He has the most to lose.
But if they bring in Ziyech for 25 mil, they bought Keita for 60. Like, I know he had like a stop-start year in the Premier League his first season, but at the same time, they invested so much. They bought him early, and just so that he could get more first-team football, because in that season where they bought him, he wasn't. They let him stay on loan another year, and then he's
let him
supposed
develop, yeah.
he's supposed to walk in and start. You know what I mean? And like, I just think Klopp might. I don't know even if it's Klopp
But why would we
specifically.
go
They
for-
might be pressured to like.
Why
give
would we go
Keita
for
more
Coutinho
time.
then too? Because we have Fabinho.
He plays on the
He's
left
starting
wing.
this year. He has to start over Henderson.
Fabinho?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
mean, they're
was
gonna
locked
rotate.
down.
I don't know if he
They're
has
gonna
to.
rotate.
I think in my eyes,
Him and Hendo
he
are gonna
eclipsed
rotate.
Henderson at the end. That's why you saw Henderson coming off a little more, not starting as many
But
games.
Hendo also has the ankle. dude.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why he came off.
it's a good phase out.
I don't know,
And,
man.
and
That's
then
tricky.
up top we have Keita if he's healthy, and then
Wijnaldum.
Ox, Milner,
it could
Weege.
it
You have
was
6
Divock.
great.
yeah. So
Divock.
Weege,
You
and
also
then
have Divock
so
at
that's what I
9.
mean. Like, do we go for Coutinho? Do we splash our cash? Then
Dude.
somebody else has to sit.
Get an attacking mid. Oh, I don't care who it is. Get an out-and-out attacking midfielder
Like
for
an
when you
Eriksen.
go 4-2-3-1. When those front three get locked down, you need someone creative
Eriksen.
to open up the space,
It's
to
Eriksen.
beat a midfielder and then slot someone in, or go on and have a finish. You need that guy who can also shoot from distance.
But by the end, we stopped
defense.
using that formation. We because once Shaqiri stopped coming in as much, we stopped using
So-
that attacking mid.
So once again, like another reason why I believe you didn't win the league is because you lack depth. You look at the competitor,
We lacked
Manchester
depth
City.
at right back.
In certain
At
areas.
right back, we lacked.
Either-
We had Jordan Henderson play right back. We lacked depth at right back. We had the right back. We got rid of him and put him on loan for some reason.
Also,
And
but also a
that's
striker,
the
right?
depth.
Like you also a striker because you had Divock Origi, like he had a big year, but you've said yourself you want him gone.
But no, this year we have Brewster coming in, and I truly believe in him because everyone at the club believes in him, and you have to give him a shot.
Because everyone at the club believes in him, you don't personally believe in him?
Well, I haven't seen enough of him. I'm going to take the word of people that see him every single day.
It's clear.
You believe in Rashford, and you want him to get more playing
Liverpool
time.
Need
you
depth,
believe in Iwobi, you want him more playing time. This is our player. That could be the Iwobi or Rashford. We just don't know which one he's going to be. A late bloomer, where Iwobi did better this year, or Rashford, who right away scored, 8 goals in the first 10 games?
I'm glad you kept it real about Iwobi, man.
No. He's doing better.
Shit on him.
No. He's doing better. I'll give you respect on that. But we don't know what Brewster is, and we're finding out right now in the preseason. So, again, it's early July. There's still a month and a half left.
All right, you better pray you guys make
Isn't it? Wait. Actually,
at least a good signing.
Okay, a month left.
Like somewhere between that 40 million range, man. I think you need a little bit something extra. But moving on to...
wouldn't you think Liverpool would want to spend that on a center back? Other than Matip?
Sure. Yeah, you could have got Lewis Dunk. Dude, slide on you. Let me break it down for you. Nugget here, transfer nugget. Manchester United reportedly agree a world record fee of 80 million.
You guys were worried we wouldn't have anything to talk about this week. We got so much to talk about.
Yeah, no, turn around. Turn around.
Late game push.
When I said
fourth quarter,
it was fucking nothing.
Fourth quarter push.
For sure, man, for sure.
So look, two parts to this. Because Leicester City have reportedly agreed what will be a club record for them, 40 million for Lewis Dunk, who's I think he's got one senior cap for England. So, and there's another guy that I know Robbie on Arsenal Fan TV has been like, I think you should he's a center back that I think.
Duffy too, man. Like,
yeah, low key dudes. Yeah, and then I think Bamba was the other one who had like a pretty sneaky year. But either way, two parts to this. What do you think of the Harry Maguire world record transfer fee? We obviously know he's not better than Virgil van Dijk.
Yes.
Think impact, ladies and gentlemen. Impact. And then secondly, is Lewis Dunk a legitimate replacement for him?
I'll start with Harry Maguire. If we're gonna use Huss's logic to the club,
I'm
just saying, like, I don't think he's in terms of impact.
Reality.
In terms of impact, he's gonna massively improve our defense.
Makes no sense. There's no such thing as Huss logic. Yeah, because that's reality. What does that mean?
No. Huss logic is plain old reality.
I just had to bring that back. Speed bump doesn't stop this guy.
In terms of impact, yes. He's like, we need a center back. Is he the best center back in the world? No. Not, and he's not really even close.
Better than McTominay. Any sort of
but he makes
the impact.
And I'll tell you this. He comes in and he massively improves our defense. And like,
what's the definition of massively? Give me goal.
He plays
goal
every
differential.
Game. 10 goals down. At least 10 goals down. With Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in.
No, it's badass.
Lindelof is improved a lot. Easily our best center back last season. And Luke Shaw, C+ to B- player. He's our weakest link. And like a B- player, is that really that bad?
Look, for me, man.
Yeah.
At this point, they want Maguire that bad. Have him. For me, I've given my opinion on him. I don't know if he's that dude, but the more they want him, the more I'm like, there's something. Maybe I'm not seeing. Like, I don't get why like a cat like Koulibaly never breaking the record. Yeah, no, I don't. But like, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna be upset about it because he is an English center back. You know, he starts for England at this point. He got linked with City, so like, there's something that he's just not my style per se of a center back. I think he's still a bit more of a brute. But you look at United, that's probably what we need.
But he can bring it out the back. He wins like everything in the back.
We might have to write this one down.
You do, bro.
44 goals, then they need to 44 or less. They have to have.
I mean, this is assuming he signed. And it's still not official yet. So like,
you never know.
To be fair, that's not outrageous. I mean,
yeah, no, we were leaky as
the Wolves. Wolves and Everton let up 46.
We were leaky as shit because of Ashley Young at right back. Ashley Young at right back screwed us over, and the rotation of Phil Jones, Smalling. Rojo played a couple of games. He doesn't really have a part.
Short-term memory.
No. I think the thing that really screwed you up.
Smalling.
Come on, bro.
No. Here's the thing.
De Gea, bro.
I was getting there. I was talking about the center backs.
Okay.
That rotation of those center backs next to Lindelof hurt us, and then De Gea at the end of the season having like literally like
you lost your fear factor. People weren't afraid of you.
A massive brain
fart.
Pogba
had one little sliver of heart that Ashley Young did. Woo! You guys would have been fantastic last year. But Pogba, you love me. Well, you don't love me anymore. I hate this place.
You know what?
Oh, wait, you love me? Yes, I'll play awesome. Oh, wait, I hate the manager. Bring in a new manager. I'll play awesome. Oh, wait, you guys don't love me anymore.
Week. It's like,
you're setting it up again. And
I don't want to talk about
that was the reason you sucked.
No. I'm not saying him in general, but he set the tone.
Not just him, though. De Gea not signing a deal set the tone for uncertainty.
I think probably set the tone a little more than De Gea.
Lukaku as well, garbage player.
He didn't
Our
set the
midfielders
tone.
were. I mean, like when Scott McTominay,
Jose Mourinho set the tone.
When Scott McTominay is your best player in the last 10 games of the season, and you're on losing form, that says a lot.
But actually, Jose was only that because of Pogba being that way.
That was just transfers. That's what I mean. Oh, we don't have enough center backs. That's how you start your season? Ugh.
Well,
that's setting the tone.
To be fair, though, Jose won it last year.
Watch us play.
No, Jose won it last year, and then this year,
me and Al, shout out, bro.
They've already spent.
I was here, man.
They've already spent. United's already spent £130 million this summer.
No, what?
80 and 50. Do the math.
Who had the 80?
You're saying McGuire.
If McGuire comes in, you said if. You didn't say if. You said
we've only spent.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean,
James too. How much was James?
He was 18.
Cool.
Well,
it's 148.
No. I'm not talking about James. I'm talking about defense only, because that's what Jose wanted last year.
Okay, but what did
and United said no?
How much did he
spend? Because he had incorrectly spent the money, man, on dudes like Lindelof.
But you see my point of the pride. Like, sure, I didn't want McGuire, but I said the pride, you're gonna have to pay twice as much later to fix the error. The pride, he said, look, we need 2 center backs. Woody was like, nah, we're done. That's when McGuire was available for $65 million.
That's when you should have got him.
That's when we should have got him.
That's when you should have got him.
Didn't want McGuire specifically, but I wanted them to sign whoever Jose
wanted.
Bonucci,
who was available.
Alderweireld was available.
Bonucci would have been a game changer.
I was like, dog, Woody fucking putting his foot down, and you guys are like, well, he spent money, he wasn't trusted, he didn't spend it right.
If you draw a line in the sand like that, there must be action to follow.
Thank you.
The mistake was not firing him soon after. It was keeping him and hoping that the line in the sand would just blow over.
In August. In the summer. If you knew you were done giving this dude money, let him go, dog. Let him go. Let fucking Carrick take over the team as a caretaker or whatever, and let's just scrap the whole thing.
And all that money they didn't want to pay last summer, they are now paying double now because they had to pay for Jose
for less quality.
Yes.
And then they lost money on the
now
table.
We're breaking the record
now you're not getting Champions League money either.
And for a $50 million center back. In reality, I think McGuire's a $50 million center back. We would have got him for 65 last year.
Hey, what was
like 40?
What were Man U revenue? What was the revenue?
It was top.
This past year?
It was top.
Oh, no,
it was like 630.
Yeah, no, it's raining. Dog.
So all this this money complaints, it's how the club wants to spend it. You guys are lucky that your ambition.
It's being savvy. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you should be overpaid.
No doubt.
I agree. That's the thing. But it's the way, it's the people we brought in.
What you can
and the way we
back on is your ambition to win. At least there's that.
No, agreed.
How you get there is messed up.
That's the debate. Yeah,
that's what's messed up.
Sure. No, there's still ambition. There's still the club still like the owners still want to keep United on top. They're not happy in Europa. You know what I mean? Like that. There's still ambition, which is cool. Like that's where it's fun to debate because we can say no. Yeah. Instead of spending 80 million here, why don't you spend 60 million? Like that's fun. Versus Arsenal, where it's like, dog. Like I think you might pull a Spurs at some point and just say, nah, no signings this year. Like you might. You almost had that year when you signed
that
Petr
will
Cech.
Be the ultimate when you signed
Unai
Emery
Cech, that was it, and you got him for free. So
I don't think we will just because we got a new technical director, and I think they want to make things happen.
Actually,
hopefully
speaking of him,
for you guys.
I sent the story to you guys. He's trying to get Everton in from Brazil to go to Arsenal.
They're not going to do it. Everton had such a good...
It'd be £40 million. If they can find the funds, this is such a young, bright star.
Doug, they're going to
So let's talk about the 3 wingers that they're linked with. Arsenal, they're linked with Ziyech.
linked with who?
Flat tire.
Ziyech, Nico Pepe, and now apparently Everton.
And
I like all 3.
You got to pick one. And Wilfried Zaha, but I don't think that'll happen.
No chance.
Who do you want the most? Knowing how much you're going to pay, what's rumored, so 40 for Everton, I think it's 80 for Nico Pepe, and then 25 for Ziyech. Knowing how much you're going to pay for each of them, because in my opinion...
I'm going with Everton, man.
Wrong answer. It's a trick question. None of them. You got to spend money on defense.
Well done. Well done. Golf clap.
That's true. You know what?
Well done, Huss.
Trick question.
Got him.
That's well played, Huss.
Got him.
Okay,
Dude.
there's that Huss logic.
Reality. Goes around, dude. Yo, Huss, fair point, mate. Fair point. But after we were to sign Tierney at left back,
Yeah, sign another left back.
let's say, dude, Ruben Diaz, Benfica center back, young Portuguese center back. We've been linked with. Let's say we sign someone like that, then, I mean, damn, dude, I'm taking Nicolas Pepe in terms of quality, but budget, realistically, you got to go with
But
Everton.
if you have enough money for
why
Pepe,
not-
you
why
probably
not
have
Ziyech?
enough money for Zaha.
Over Everton.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Why not Ziyech
Huss-
over Everton? So, like,
I think-
Pepe prices himself out.
You know
so
why?
it's down to Ziyech and Everton.
Because Everton's an out-and-out winger.
Okay.
We don't need another guy who's playing wing or can play wing, who's really who's kind of
inside.
masquerading a little bit
Yeah.
because
You
he's
need
mainly
like
an
that- you need a
attacking
guy in the
midfielder.
touchline.
I need a
Okay.
winger.
I like
I need
that.
a Ousmane Dembele. I
but
need a Neymar. So
again-
Everton is
Cool.
and same thing with Pepe.
Again, like I just said, if you have the money for Pepe, you probably have the money for Zaha. So just go for Zaha. then.
Dude, Wilfred Zaha, the fact that he wants to play at Arsenal,
That's the big
that
thing.
gets me so
Pay that
amped.
extra money because you know he wants to be there. Pepe, yeah, he's good, but you might only have him for
Oh, the
2
first
years.
jersey I get in a while. That
Yeah,
I might have to
well,
break
Willie.
the.
I mean, you'd have
break
to.
the,
Gotta get a
the
Martinelli
protest.
for
You,
Yeah,
want, you want another
for so
Ozil
long.
shirt?
So long,
No,
this
just
dude's
get
been my
another
guy,
Ozil
bro.
shirt. I swear, I think those shirts have moved just as many miles as his jersey during the year. He does not move. He sucks.
I shuffle
Get him off that team.
I shuffle him around.
Can't get him off, dude. It's like Lexi Sanchez.
No one wants him because that salary's so high.
Yeah, it's like Sanchez. That's the price you pay for negotiating such
Trap,
a high
son.
salary.
That's why they're not
It's
going to have
be
any
Ramsey.
transfer.
Ramsey's going to leave for free wherever he goes. He's going to leave for free because they're paying him $400K, bro. No one's going to pick that up when his contract is up, so he's going to leave for free.
He trapped in the closet.
But he made $400K a week for 3 years. I mean,
No, he's not
I
dumb.
mean,
that's not bad life.
Yeah, that's brilliant
I want
business
that.
on him, dude.
Dude.
His agent's a legend.
Juventus looking scary too, man.
Dog,
the
so
way they're
scary.
setting themselves up.
Dude, except if they lose Cancelo, man, they'll be fine, of course. But like, that's a promising player. That's a guy
That
who
will
could arguably 3 to 4 years be like top right back. in
3
the
to 4
world.
years.
Yeah, only like because like right
who is-
back like there's such an up and down year. Like look at Trips, went from starting
he's-
England, now he's fucking.
He's got to
He been
compete
trash.
with Trent as long as he stays.
Tell that to
Jordan
Bayern,
Cancelo
bro.
is.
Tell that to
is
Bayern.
fire.
Been trash, bro. No, dude. The thing with Juventus,
Yep.
Mauro Icardi linked to go to
All right,
Juventus.
let's talk about that one.
Higuain
Did you hear what he said
apparently
today?
going
You
to,
heard
to
Icardi said
Roma.
today?
So there's a little
Higuain
3-team
won't
deal
go,
going,
bro.
and then
Fat boy
Lukaku
won't
to
go.
Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Icardi
No, what
said?
happened?
Icardi said, I don't know if it was like through his wife that like leaked the message or like
Wife's
it's
a
someone.
crazy person.
No one
not-
seems to like her at all.
No one. Did you hear what the Napoli president said?
Guys, do you follow her
Icar-
Twitter? She's a crazy person.
No, not the Napoli
follow,
president De Laurentiis. He said, "I've spoken to Wanda Neres once. I don't want to ever have to speak to her again.
She's a nightmare.
Icardi's not what I want on the team, and she just makes the situation worse." I was like,
Dog,
But what if
Wowzers.
Sarri comes in, and because you know Sarri loves his number 9s, he needs that little focal
But like,
point.
think about it, right? You got CR7, who's already the focus of the team. You think Icardi's gonna come in there and kiss his ring? He's just not. His wife too, Wanda's gonna be tweeting. Well, maybe if CR7 didn't miss PKs,
I don't know.
my
Look,
husband should be taking him.
look, I think
Like,
that's-
all that shit. Like,
I think it's likely,
I
no doubt.
don't-
But Juventus is one of those clubs where when you step in here, it's like
"You
enough of
buy
that
in.
bullshit,
You buy in."
right? Like that's
we
the
used to
tone.
say that about Barca. It's
Well,
not no
well,
more.
we used to,
Things
but-
change.
Things do change, and you can't really necessarily control social media. So, is it likely to happen? I agree. Yes, I think she'll still be herself, but a more toned down version of herself.
Doubt it, bro.
Nah, I don't
You
think
can't
so.
take
No
that.
way.
You
No
cannot
way.
You
take
think that messes up the
Wanda-
locker room?
If Icardi can't do it
Kill-
right now himself,
Dog,
there's no
she-
way a club
She
could.
used to call out the players and be like, you know, like this guy sucks. Like
I
my
know.
husband. Like,
So if
he's
Icardi-
not on
if
the
Icardi's
national
sitting-
team
Icardi's sitting
because
for like
his wife
4 or
is
5
wild.
days.
I'm telling you,
Honestly,
if he goes to Juve,
he-
their Champions League
Hopes.
opportunities go down slightly because he's a brilliant player. So like, you don't.
Yo, but is
Now he's
Wanda
fighting
like the
for spots
ultimate
with
ride or
Dybala,
die
too.
though?
He's fighting
Is she
for-
the ultimate
She's the ultimate
ride or die?
troll ride or die.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll say whatever.
But what if
doesn't
she
give a
gets
fuck,
him
but she's
that
got your
contract
back.
at Juventus? That's a nice little
No, that's
contract.
brilliant.
And
No,
that's
no,
like,
Icardi's life would be better at Juve. His wife should be aiming for Juve. I'm not
That's
hating
ride
on
or
that.
die
What I'm
shit.
saying to Juve is like,
but she crazy.
No one's touched him because of her.
She's Bonnie.
He probably couldn't even just fire her. He'd probably have to divorce her.
Is Bonnie and Clyde? No, they're Bonnie and Clyde, bro.
No, what I'm saying is...
She's going to murder him before...
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
She's a crazy person.
No one wants to deal with her.
Allegedly.
And now it's... because even if you fired her just as an agent, you know she's still in the background saying stuff, and you don't know what she's the ultimate wild card.
She's crazy.
And he said...
I wish he was married to Balotelli. Oh my God!
That'd be the most ultimate match, dude. I love that.
That's that baby. Oh shit!
This is how you light fireworks.
Let's wind it down. What else we got?
Icardi said, "If they don't let me go, I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to play. I'll just collect checks for 2 years."
Let's hit that up real quick. Players on strike. So Icardi's threatening strike. Bale is like, nah, dude. I'd rather get off than leave. Neymar's playing beach volleyball and PSG's out there like running sprints, dog. Koscielny won't go for the European tour or whatever.
If you're a club, what would you do?
Get rid of them.
Icardi. No.
It's not that easy.
Icardi?
Just let them sit. Just like, fine.
You find them every week.
I mean, and now your career's over.
Look, you sell him. You do your
2
best
years?
to sell him.
You sit out for 2 years? Okay. Sit out for 2 years.
It's so spiteful. You
Because
could, but you lose money at the end. Both sides lose if you go that route. Both sides lose.
You'd have to be a special type of club, or with financial power to be able to do that. Plus, does that hurt the visual of the club to other?
Hurts their reputation for sure.
Lukaku said the club want to get Lukaku, so you sell Icardi to get Lukaku. That's why you would sell him.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, Romelu Lukaku coming out yesterday in the press, and they asked him, are you moving to Inter? Because apparently there was a bid that was rejected. Apparently a $15 million difference in valuation. And Lukaku said, you'll know something next week.
Good, man.
Yeah, I guess it was between
and he didn't
pounds
play.
and euros.
And he didn't play against Perth.
Because they said,
he's injured, yeah.
Nah, dude, it's because he's worth $80 million and you don't want to put a dent in that thing and kill the deal. So, like, hey, man, that's money coming in. Hopefully that money goes to Bruno Fernandes or whoever else we're looking at. Like, we still need
Harry Maguire. You need that fund.
Oh, actually, Harry Maguire.
Just make it happen, man.
Harry Maguire money.
We're on the cusp. 100%. Make it happen.
Yeah, look, it's so close, man. I wish this happened 2-3 weeks ago, so Maguire could at least get a preseason in. But dog, he's gonna be fine. He's played the EPL. He knows what the EPL is about.
He
just had Nations League and everything this year too. So I mean, if anything, he might need a little rest on the legs.
Yeah, but he's going through Leicester preseason anyway, so he's still having a preseason. It's just not with us, unfortunately.
I just need this deal to be done.
Me too, man. I just need the season to start so we know the pieces. Like right away, we can start to get into it.
I feel like there was more for Gaze. Fugazi news this year than there has been every other year.
Dude, Griezmann almost went to United 7 times during that whole
and the whole Barca wasn't happening.
When we won
wasn't happening. And Barca also said they didn't like Griezmann.
Supposed to come.
Huss brings it up when they all came out and they said nah on Griezmann. Like Barca
no chance.
Veto Griezmann
we don't like him.
Last year, and now they signed him anyway. And they're gonna bring in Neymar.
And they were all talking shit, dude. They were talking shit about him behind his back. Oh, you're gonna diss us like that on Instagram? Like, come on, bro. And all of a sudden,
now they have number 17. Yeah, we're getting win Champions League.
Number 17.
That locker room's toxic, bro.
Dog, it's so toxic in there.
Imagine, the passive aggression in there.
Yeah. It's no longer the single unity, hey, we're all school children. Nah, bro.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that Messi said that Brazil only won because of corruption.
That shit too.
No, they won because they're better than you. No two shits about it. Brazil is better than Argentina because they have a better full roster.
That penalty where Rojo got hit in the back of the head, bro, or the corner, he got pushed by Everton, back of the head. That should have been looked at, and it wasn't.
They
didn't even look at it. There was some shady shit, and the tournament was in Brazil, and that game I think was on the 7-1 pitch. So there was a lot
it's one of those things where if you're the ultimate pro, you don't say it. But when the emotions get the best of you, that's what they're all thinking.
I love that he said it.
Okay.
For me, I give Messi props instead of just being a robot. It's like when Brady comes out and calls people out.
You're telling me there hasn't been any conspiracy theories to help Messi ever?
Oh, of course.
Come on.
Of course.
There has.
Champions League shit.
So for this guy to come out, no. That's just being a sourpuss. It's called being a sore loser. That's called not winning a trophy with Argentina and now feeling the pressure.
Show me a good loser, I'll show you a loser. I have no problem with sore losers. I have no beef with that. He went out and he called it how he saw it, man. I got no beef with that. everyone moves on. It's not like Brazil were disqualified. He just said words, guys.
I'll tell you this: if he won a couple trophies with Argentina and this happened, he doesn't say a thing.
Of course.
So it's less about Brazil, more to do with his own.
Well, that's the frustration.
Yeah. Yes.
But that's what we all think, right? When you lose a game, the refs were cheating. Everything.
We've all had it, bro.
He was just wearing his emotions on his sleeve. It was one of those. I don't think he was legitimately. They're plotting against me. It's an emotional thing.
Even if he was, I got no problem with that. It's words, man. He's allowed to say.
I think.
Bro. He's just just showing that Ronaldo's better than him. He's just talking like a child.
Where you going with this?
That's just, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You're
just gonna disrespect one of the greatest players ever.
Huss to an extent. It's just dude, you lost because your team's shit. You don't have a back line. You picked the wrong players.
I'm a CR7 guy. There were shady moments in that game.
And how many times have we seen CR7's poor body language? We've seen CR7 in game look like he's going to cry like a little bitch.
Remember when they lost to Iceland? And
he didn't shake hands.
I remember that too.
Come on, bro. Messi for that shit. Dog, I love that they both do that.
Me too. These are savages.
The media always fucking covers for Messi and treat him like the nice angel guy.
And that's why I disliked him for the longest, but now the media's flipped on him.
He's a little devil boy.
So I got his back now, man.
I was calling
they're pulling the strings at Barcelona, bro. By the time he leaves, the whole core is just going to fall out.
AFCON, real quick, guys. Just want to touch on these games. It was the semifinals, Senegal versus Tunisia. Senegal goes through 1-0.
Own goal, bro. On a terrible own goal in extra time. So unfortunate. Goalie came out, flapped at it, tipped it, hit his own defender, went in. But before that, bro, in the second half, Tunisia gets a penalty. This guy hits it with his purse. The goalie literally caught it with his belly. That's how bad it was. He didn't
comfortable save.
He didn't have to extend it. He just smothered the ball.
It was that warm-up shot.
Yeah, that's one of those. It was literally warming up the goalie kind of PK, and then Senegal gets a PK late. Senegal gets a PK late in the game. I think it was 80-something minute or whatever to win it. PK was decent, but goalie got two hands on it low to the goalie's left. But he got two hands on it, which tells you it's not that great a PK, but excellent saves by the goalie. I think the better team went through. Senegal was the better team, also nationally ranked a better team.
And that's who got man of the match, man, is the goalkeeper, Gomis.
He played well, man.
Holy shit, man. What a game, dude. It's been rough. This Senegalese team, favorite, I think, to win it.
Mane, bro.
Sadio Mane, but by in the end, Idrissa Gueye.
Balde Keita? What about Keita? What about Balde Keita?
Keita Balde coming off the bench. Henri Saviet. You got Koulibaly, bro. Kouyaté, captain, dude. Huge.
In the other leg, in the other semifinal, we had
Ismail Sarr. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's good. We had Algeria beating Nigeria. I'm gonna ice that a little bit. Algeria winning in the 95th minute with some beautiful magic from Riyad Mahrez.
Dude, free kick banger. It wasn't quite up a 90,
it was a penalty for Nigeria though.
It was side net and power. As close as it was, I had a feeling.
The penalty for Nigeria, Odion Ighalo. He's the OG underground baller. He was Rondon before Rondon was Rondon.
I like that shout.
No, a little bit smoother. A little bit smoother for more than 9 months.
Nah, he was there for a couple of years.
But look,
it was 18 months or something. Ighalo was nasty for 12 months. Then there was 3 months where it's nah, he really isn't.
But you know what? Right now, get rid of him. Right now he's a top scorer. He's a top scorer.
Well, there was a league where he was nasty up until January, and then he fizzled. 2 years in a row.
Who knows, man? He might be killing it in China over there. Just destroying.
He's killing that
he should.
He should be. He's so good. He was so good for watching. I
wonder how Oscar's doing over there.
Was he?
Thank you, Tom. Off the clip. He was so good, was he? Come on.
He was linked to United. The thirstiest.
He snatches City won.
He did a scoop and a Maradona. Everyone's
this dude fucking ready. Ighalo, bro.
His best move was post up in the middle, hold the guy, turn and shoot.
That was it, dog. It was nothing.
You put him and Dini up there, we got some beef. But
yeah, we got a powerhouse in the AFCON final. We have Senegal versus Algeria.
Well, Liverpool versus Man City.
I love it.
Mane versus Mahrez here, man.
Who you got?
Senegal.
I got Senegal, man. I think they're deeper. For sure.
Sorry, I got to give a shout out to my guy Taisir. He called me and he was throwing shade at me because I didn't say Algeria was going to win the AFCON because he's Algerian.
Is it
Amir's Algerian too. Well, I know a bunch of Algerian people, and I'm
traitor.
We're
the Jordanians, bro.
They're suspect. My people are crazy people. Let's just say that. They're crazy people.
They're playing FIFA.
So,
let me just give a quick shout out to a couple youngsters on either side. Not youngsters, but like players to watch, I guess. Ismail Benassir on Algeria, man. This guy, low-key baller, man. I don't know much about him, but watching him play, he's smoothing around the area. And as well, Samuel Chakwizi, who plays for Villarreal, a winger. And definitely, I think, a player to watch out for, a player to look for.
I love it, man. Love it. Cheers, Bussy. I find it the Red Sox.
Yeah. Easy, Huss Bus.
have fun at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
No one gets that first inning anyways.
No. Dog,
who gets
you go in the third inning, leave in the seventh.
Exactly. They're going to want to leave by the fifth inning. If you get there for the first, you're just like, this is a waste of time.
You really want to get there like the fifth.
Yeah.
Like right before the seventh, but like just enough to feel it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But it is nice being at a baseball game. It's cool vibes, man. Just drinking beers outside. The sport is shit.
It's boring.
Yeah. Vibes are cool.
It is. Going live is different than watching on TV.
Just before we go, there was one more topic I wanted to talk about.
Holy shit. Damn, bro.
It's for real, bro.
What was that?
How it is. Baseball is shit.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about Neymar earlier, leaving PSG. I had a couple of topics I wanted to talk about. The first one was how going to PSG was the wrong move from the get-go. Obviously, we know he wanted to win the Champions League in air quotes, and he wanted to win the Ballon d'Or. That was his goal.
I'm going to say this. Going to Barcelona was the wrong move. He should have went to Madrid.
Hot take.
He should have went to Madrid from the jump. Barcelona... His attitude was never going to fit in at that Barcelona
But I'll tell you
team.
this.
As far as like chemistry, MSN, brilliant. As far as footballing. But it didn't last. Why? It was combustible because it didn't vibe on like mental or cultural vibe, bro. Footballing, they play great football. But at Madrid, where it's all about selfies.
He's
and
more
all that,
of a Galactico than he is a Barcelona player, man. I wonder how CR7 and Neymar would have got along. I wonder.
They're both left wingers at the time. I don't think it works.
Yeah, but CR7 was
he could
slowly moving to the 9. Yeah,
but they bought him in 2013. He moved to the 9 in 2016, 2017. That's 40 years.
I think he would have moved quicker. He would have moved sooner.
He would have been advanced.
Yeah. Okay. Why wouldn't CR7 want to play number 9 anyway? Closer to getting goals, less work. Why would it would
be like
sooner.
The Benz Bale thing, but either way, I just think it's hard to qualify that.
I'm looking at
because of the results.
That's it.
Because of the results. When you're going to come down to like player DNA, I agree with you. But the fact that they won the Champions League, they won the league, they won the Copa del Rey, they won everything they could have.
But you bought a $200 million player and kept him for how long? That's my point. Is that yes, of course we know Neymar, whatever club he went to, is going to win at. Like that's never in debate. So going to Barca. I think as far as like culturally and making it last as long as they thought in their heads was going to last, they didn't sign Neymar for fucking 2 years. They wanted to sign him for 10 years to take over from Messi.
They had him for
5
or 4 years.
Man,
yeah, 4 or 5
no
years.
No matter where he went, I think he would have been. He would have felt the same way because CR7 was winning Ballon d'Or. So he would have been like, "Doug, it's time for me to bounce anyway." And I don't know. It's one of those.
What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Because
look, I agree. He's a Galactico, man. Like his style of play is a Galactico, but I don't think he made a mistake.
Yeah,
that's what I disagree with.
And I'm wondering too, with your thoughts, like, do you think going to PSG was the wrong move for him? Because the way I see it is this: in terms of football and quality, yes, I don't think it was wrong in terms of everything else, but like him going to PSG just signaled his intent. Like
you know what no one talks about Neymar going to PSG. Guys, he got injured. He broke his foot twice.
No, but I'm not. So but look at all the antics. So the fact that PSG are willing to let Neymar go now, 2 years after spending a world record fee on him, just says a lot to me.
That's it. Look, and he's gone for world records twice, man. Like this guy is a problem, and I think he's further now, or like his football, not even like chances, but his football quality is further from a Ballon d'Or now. And I think to Snacks' point, him going to PSG said, look, I want to be a king of a place. I'm not really that interested in competition. And he went, there's nothing in the French league. If you watch his highlights,
he went backwards, but he meant sideways.
He did. That's it.
Sideways.
But, your next move should have been Atletico Madrid. Should have been Man City.
But there's nowhere else to go but down once it comes to leaving Barcelona.
No. But he chose a league that's down too. Yes, as far as clubs, once you leave Barcelona, Real Madrid,
guys, the money played a big part.
That's what we're saying,
right? So I don't think Neymar's ambitions or his state of mind was, I want to do this just for the Ballon d'Or. There are many operating factors. The money being a big one too.
Ballon d'Or from France was always going to be impossible, dog. Because it's just not competitive enough.
That's not true if you win the Champions League. But he got injured. Again, like he broke his foot. So like when he was there, and I think if PSG win a Champions League, he wins a Ballon d'Or because his numbers are so exorbitant in French League. You look at him, he's at like 20-something goals and 18 assists. Like it's pretty damn close to being a 2020 season. And so those numbers, I think, would back the Ballon d'Or status. It's the fact that he got injured. He's been
so. Let me ask you this:
he hasn't been treating people well.
Was it a step forward for him?
No. Look,
and that's my point. Is that I just don't like.
It was a failed attempt, guys. It was a bird that went to fly, did not know how to fly by its own. He landed and he hit the ground. So, like,
but I bet you 2 years from now, I bet you 2 years
trying that attempt.
I bet you 2 years ago, if he was looking forward and he made this move and he knew what was going to happen, he wouldn't have made the move to PSG.
Yeah, no.
I think if he stayed at Barcelona, he would have been closer to a Ballon d'Or. Yes, he would have had that Messi shade, but like
I agree with that statement. His
numbers would have surpassed
and
Messi's.
they were going to be winning shit.
He got impatient.
They would have won.
He got impatient.
And he's in Spain. He did
got
get
too
impatient.
big for his britches. His ego. It was an ego decision.
It was.
It was
he didn't
ego.
want to track back and do
he didn't. It was ego.
Talk about how PSG are just like changing their status.
I love this, man.
We've seen PSG as the team that just gets pushed around by their players. Zlatan's contract ended. And he was like, the only way I'll stay at this club is if they remake the Eiffel Tower in my honor. And it's just like, even though like he's not talking about PSG specifically, he's just calling them out. He's like, this club isn't big.
It's a stepping stone club.
This isn't my move. I came here for the money and to like pad my stats so that my next move would be big.
And to live in Paris. And
and the lifestyle stuff too. Like Neymar is tossing them around, not showing up.
They're a weird club that lacks the history, right? So they don't get that ultimate respect. When people look at Manchester United, when they look at Bayern Munich,
but even if you
when they look at Real Madrid, like those three specifically, I know Barcelona also gets mad credit to, but those three in particular, in terms of their winning in league and across Europe, it's ridiculous, right? So everyone's just
it's also the league. So like when Lyon was running the league, winning 8 years in a row,
Juventus
they
is in there
weren't
too.
Dominating on a continental level, so Champions League. So like Bayern gets a pass. They're in a shit league in my opinion, but they get a pass because they won continentally. When it came to head-to-head Europe,
and they've won Champions Leagues more recently. So you put some respect on their name.
PSG is trying to be the Bayern, where like we're in a shit league. That's
but
really not competitive.
But our goal is Champions League.
They're Man City, bro.
They can't get there.
They're Man City without Pep Guardiola.
Exactly. So
that's what they are.
That's what I was gonna bring up. So I think they've been inspired by Man City. Because when Man City came in first, it was just about splashing cash, bringing the most expensive players.
Robinho.
And they got lucky.
They wanted
put
to
it together.
cut off $500K a week.
Yeah,
there was
man.
a report
they
that
were wild. Back then, too. And they had it back then. So, like, their goal was just bring in as many superstars, PSG style. And then they got lucky enough to where United had an off year, Chelsea had an off year, Arsenal, everything fell in place, and City won on that last day, the Aguero infamous thing. That's literally... They were going this path where they were going to keep dumping money, and maybe get lucky, and they got lucky, dude, and they fucking accelerated from there. PSG needs that. They need a Champions League. So they're realizing that this whole thing of giving the power to the players is not working because it upsets everyone else. Rabiot, part of the reason why he's upset is because he sees it's a fucking Mickey Mouse club run by players.
It's a popularity contest.
So it became a popularity contest.
High school.
So I love that they're looking across the water at the other, Dubai owners, and they're like, wait, those guys are figuring it out. By putting football first and putting the right players into the club.
Oh, shit.
Let's get rid of these cancers. Mbappe, if you don't want to be there, we want to keep you, of course.
But if you want to
go, be there,
peace,
dude. And we're going to, get our market value for you anyway. So, like, it's a win-win. Neymar, same thing. So, I love it, man. If Dembele comes in...
It's the only way to build a successful football club.
Longevity.
What the hell are we talking about here, man? And even, like, Man City took a step back to, like, damn, we can't just buy Adebayo and these dudes, like, or Robinho just cause. Like, let's take a step back, reassess. So, you say they got lucky, but you also make your own luck, man. Like,
no, for sure, bro. They earned it. No, City earned it, dog. Yeah. They got lucky in that, for me, it
came together.
They had multiple coaches.
And you need that.
Didn't have an identity. Need that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's... I like what PSG's doing just because you're grabbing, like, right now United's arguably going to fall into that trap of, letting Pogba just abuse, like, his agent just slandering the shit out of us. Like, players like Chris Smalling, Ashley Young, and Phil Jones getting more than $100K a week. Like, we're falling into that trap slowly. Hopefully we can avoid it and find a ledge to grab onto and pull ourselves back up. But no one is bigger than the club, and that's what they're trying to say. Like Thiago Silva, like they've had these problems since Ronaldinho.
Sure,
when they brought in Ronaldinho from Gremio, and he wouldn't stop partying. To be fair, he didn't do that. He did that in every club. Yeah, but like the fact that they didn't stop him or do anything like to like punish him just because he was so good. Like kind of like early on showed
sets the tone.
Yeah, it sets the tone.
Like Ronaldo came in, obviously he wasn't as good as Ronaldinho when Ronaldinho was at PSG, but when Ronaldo came into United, the tone was set because of the leadership.
Wow.
Ronaldo could have easily been like it's in his personality to be that boastful dude, arrogant, blah blah blah. But he was
so you
humble.
think Messi got a little peek at that with those powers when you're at the peak of your powers at Barcelona,
and he flexed, bro, and they didn't stop him. He's flexed, and they were like, "Yes, Messi." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
Oh, you won 4 Ballon d'Ors in a row? Yeah,
more. Yeah.
But here's the thing. If it's like that, as soon as your talent decreases, then
that's why I said
they won't put up with
it.
Is
going to fall out though, because at that point you've set the tone to the world. It's fucking Man United. That's why Alexis Sanchez can walk in and say, "I want 400K" and get it. Like you set the fucking tone.
It's so difficult to not to bend to the will of.
And the problem now is with those.
So that's why guys like Ferguson get the props he do. That's why guys like Jose get the props he does, because he's like, dog, I don't care if you're Pogba, fuck you. I don't care if you're Hazard when he was at Chelsea, fuck you. I don't care if you're Ronaldo Ozil at Madrid.
I will sub you out in the 17th minute.
That's it. You know what I mean? So like you got to give props to that. Pep is the same way. Sane, arguably one of the best left wingers in the world, barely played last season, and they still won all 3 domestic trophy. So it's an alpha contest. Like, yeah, dude, like you can choose not to listen, but we're gonna do this with or without you. So like clubs should have the same mentality. I give you a pass when it's messy. You know what I mean? Like I give Barca a pass. I know I'm hard on them because I used to love their philosophy. I think they evolved soccer. I think the reason we see so many teams playing out the back is because Barca did it so well during the Iniesta Xavi years.
Yeah, they changed it.
So like now it's just sad to see that core just pulled up.
It's still there. $200 million. It's still there, man. But I think
the board is split. Look, it's there, but like it's got cancer in it now. Like United, the microwave fire.
Yeah, they're so.
The problem is now that you've set the tone, it's hard to like change the culture and like.
And you got
like if you sell Mbappe, I'll tell you this: if you sell Mbappe, you sell Neymar, right? Let's just say there was a wild summer, you sold both of them, you got like 500 mil. Pretty much, you can buy any player you want, other than those 2 because you sold them.
Yep.
And let's just say it's Ousmane Dembele is the guy that he makes the return. He's top 3 in the world, Banter candidate. It's not the league or like the quality of players you're going to be playing against. It's going to be the factor. But if you sit Ousmane Dembele down and you don't give him what he wants, because we know what kind of a player he is, he won't sign for you. No matter how much money you offer him, if he's not given the reins, I don't think he would sign for them when he could go to like...
Yeah, but look, maybe Ousmane that way, yes, but maybe not Malcolm. You know what I mean? Not every player. So like those players
but they'll miss out on the Galactico signings,
that's the philosophy they've used. The Galactico is like move away from that Galactico. Like Liverpool spent $500 million, but they didn't buy any Galacticos. Like when they bought Salah's a Galactico now, Mane's a Galactico. But like when they bought him, they were like, we're buying the right pieces for our team, not the big.
And names. I used that example of there was a top right back from an unnamed club, top club. He met with Spurs, and Pochettino took him out to dinner, told him about his plans, kind of took him on like a date. And then he sat with Matt Judge, who's like the guy that apparently for United talks about, our transfers.
Yep. He's Woodward's partner.
And he goes, "What's your name, lad?" To this top right back. I don't know who it was. And his agent's like, "You do realize like I'm not. He's not signing here." And he's like, "We're Man United. We do what we want."
That's that shit.
Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm glad that, like, we had that core belief, but at the same time, like, you might need to bite the bullet so we can get the
That's so cocky. That's unprofessional. That's unprofessional.
That's never
if you're meeting with a client, know their name.
Thank you.
That's shitty management.
Tom, that's literally
disrespect.
That's literally how your club goes to shit.
Why should I that's like a human thing. Why should I have to introduce don't you want me? What's going on here?
Exactly. If that story is true, that's disgusting.
And that's bad. Yeah, and that's bad.
That's disgusting. That's not how you run a club. That's
arrogance. 100% arrogance, man.
So it's like,
dude, breaking news alert: Arsenal's bid is rejected. $25 million or whatever €1 million bid
for Ziyech?
No, for Kearney.
They bumped the price.
Nope, Celtic didn't like the way the deal was structured. Once again, we've been talking about in the group chat. We'll give you 15 up front, and then 10 million. Like 2 years from now, you'll get your 10 million.
It's literally FIFA
they want
manager.
More cash up front.
FIFA manager.
Football manager.
Football manager.
That's what I do,
literally,
bro.
When you start with a weak team,
I give them 10 mil right from the get-go, and then I give them 70 later.
That's what Arsenal.
Break this up over 3 years.
Dude, in my file, I'm doing an AC Milan file. I bought Lacazette. I was like, I'll give you 10 million up front, and I'll give you 40 later. They accepted it. I signed him today.
Of course. And can you just sell them before you have to pay them back?
Yeah, and it doesn't hit you.
Yeah.
So you don't think Celtic knows this shit, dude? You don't think they're smart? Like, no, we want the money now.
And for them, they want to spend
we'll reinvest
and buy.
it.
Exactly.
It just affects in the game. It affects your transfer budget for the next season. So like, I spent like 200 mil my first season, but I only really spent like 40 or 50.
Exactly.
So this next transfer window, they gave me 40 mil again. I'm just like, yo, I just won the league. I won the domestic cup. Like,
so that's what Arsenal might be doing.
Give me everything, dude.
70 million bid for Nicolas Pepe. Yeah, we'll give you 20 up front. You get that 50 million in like 3 years, bro. Something like that.
No, dog.
So you can't do that with a budget of 40 million. But just wanted to drop that nugget in there. Let's wrap it up. Thank you so much, ladies and gents, PFC Nation, for the listens. Keep following us on Twitter.
Social media,
Instagram.
podcast FC show on both platforms. We're doing things. Tweet at us. Go in the Facebook group chat and talk to us. We definitely want to get.
Look out for those IG lives too. I'll be throwing up one maybe this week, some random topic.
Yeah, there's something will pop up.
Yeah, for sure.
The thirst is real. Soccer coming back soon.